Hey guys, so we are 3 weeks into the new year and really exciting, but actually just took on my first health coaching client this past December. Wasn't planning on it, wasn't looking to coach anybody, but it's been a ton of fun and I'm really enjoying it. He's getting some great results and there's some things that I'm learning along the process that I think could be really helpful for you guys if your goal is to get healthier, maybe to lose weight this new year. So I want to give you my top 4 strategies here. And really these are the top 4 pillars I think that you need to be achieving every single day in order to get the results. And these are things that you can set up ahead of time to really ensure your success. Now, the first one I want to talk about is exercise. And for many of us for the new year, our goal is maybe we want to work out 3 times a week, maybe we want to work out 4 times a week, whatever it may be. But here's what happens. After you set that goal, guess what happens? Life happens, right? Life comes into the mix. Maybe you have kids, maybe work stuff comes up, maybe you travel, things like that. There are things that inevitably come up in your schedule that are going to detour you from your planned goal of achieving that certain amount of time per week. So what I tell most of the people that I work with is instead of controlling those 3 days a week, I want you to set up a specific time every single day, not just to work out, but to focus on getting movement every single day. Movement is really the biggest thing. And if you can create the discipline of movement every single day, then you at least know you have that time set aside, whether you're gonna get a nice workout in that day, maybe you're just gonna go on a walk with the kids, maybe you're gonna ride your bike around, maybe you're actually gonna do a really serious workout, maybe you're gonna do a high intensity workout, whatever it is, you know you have that time set aside every single day to start achieving those results. And the nice thing is, you know that that time is always gonna be set aside, so you always wanna plan to have that. What I find is when you create the discipline of setting that time aside, it allows you so much more flexibility in achieving your desired goal of how many exercises you want to get or how many workouts you want to get per week. It makes it so much simpler because if you miss one, guess what happens? You start to steamroll and then you miss, let's say you get 2 workouts that week. The next week, maybe you get 3, maybe you get 4, maybe you get 2. It's just so much of a toss-up, whereas you know if you have that time set aside, you are getting some sort of movement in every day, and that starts to create a steamroll effect where you start wanting to work out more and it becomes easier to get your workouts in because you're planning to have that time set aside. That's the first pillar that I have for you, is creating the discipline of movement, not just trying to get a certain amount of workouts in every single week. Now, the next one that I have for you is really to nourish your gut. Now, this is one that a lot of people focus on every year as they want to start changing their diet. And for many people, that becomes something where they want to count calories. And they go, oh, I need to get 1,500 calories a day, or I need to get 2,000 calories a day, 1,200 calories a day. And the problem is, when many people do this, they're not focusing on the nourishment that their gut is getting. And your gut is your second brain. And if you're not nourishing your gut, it's going to make you feel more lethargic. You're going to have no energy. You're going to be unhappy. You're going to really start to get pissed off at people. People are going to start getting pissed off at you because you're hangry all the time. It's going to become a steamroll effect where you're not going to enjoy that whole process at all, which usually means by the time you get to your desired weight, when you've really gotten the discipline and willpower to get to your desired weight, as soon as you stop counting the calories, guess what happens? Your weight comes back. But if you focus on nourishing the gut, not only are you going to get your desired result if you do it the proper way and you're exercising, you're getting the right nutrients in, you're also going to feel great because you're giving your body exactly what it needs to feel good, to feel nourished, to feel healthy, to feel energized, to feel vibrant. Your skin's going to look different, you're going to feel different, your brain's going to be so much more focused, driven, and motivated, and your life's going to change because of that. So this year, whatever diet it is that you're choosing, or whatever your strategy is for losing weight in terms of how you're eating and nourishing your body, focus on nourishing your gut instead of just counting calories, and focus on how many calories you're getting in. And I think that's really, really going to serve you. And then number 3, the third pillar is failure to plan is planning to fail. If you don't plan ahead of time, guess what? What did we talk about before? Life comes in and is going to totally throw you off your game, and it has its way of doing that. But if you can plan ahead of time and plan for some of those obstacles, it's really going to help ensure that you're going to be sticking to your goal. And the more you plan and the more you have this discipline, this structure around your life and creating these routines to get the goals that you have set for yourself, you're going to find it actually gives you more freedom, actually gives you more flexibility, and it's going to help you get to your goal faster and quicker than you ever thought possible. Because guess what? Yes, there are things that come about, but if you have that structure and that discipline, you know how your days are already structured and scheduled and planned ahead. That allows you to much more easily create those fine-tuned roadblocks, or to create those detours around those things that come up around your life. Let's say your kid gets sick, or let's say there's an unexpected project that has to get done at work, you got called in for overtime, whatever it is. You know based on your routines when you can start detouring and creating other methods to still achieve your goal, because you've created the plan, you've created the action steps, you've planned ahead for this, and you know you're going to be able to achieve your goal no matter what. And so planning ahead is going to be critical to ensuring your success. So if you haven't planned ahead, if you haven't created your schedule, if you haven't, meal prepped, whatever it is, start doing that now, because trust me, it's going to save you a lot of willpower down the road, because willpower drains over time. The more choices you have to make, the more you're going to drain that long term. So if you can save as much willpower as possible, not only are you going to stick to your motivation, you're going to stick to your goals, you're going to stick to your plan, you're going to achieve your goals this time and not fall off the road early on in the game. You're going to be able to stick to it longer, and it's going to be easier than you ever thought possible. And the last one here, and this is a little bit of a different one, a little bit of a detour on this one, which is carefully monitor your free time and what you're inputting into your brain. And what I mean by this is, a lot of times our free time is this open window to really inputting into our subconscious and into our mind. And really, this is a time where it's easily spent watching TV, or maybe it's watching commercials where there's something really tasty on. Maybe it's Doritos, Cheetos, whatever it is, or maybe it's your sweet tooth starts to kick in, and every time you sit down, you watch TV or you watch that one show, it's subtly inputting thoughts, and it's subtly inputting into your subconscious things that maybe you don't want in there, maybe things that are going to make it harder for you to achieve your results, when you could have spent that time inputting things that are more positive, or spending time with people that are more uplifting and not those people that are going to drag you down, or the people that are not on board with the goals that you have for this new year. So I want you to carefully monitor your free time, carefully monitor your input, monitor the books that you're reading, monitor the people you're spending time with, monitor the shows that you're watching, because a lot of those have commercials, which can make it a lot harder to achieve your goals of getting healthier. And really, this is something you really want to do ahead of time, because it becomes much more difficult if you're trying to eat healthy and you have friends who love to go out to eat at restaurants, and they just keep nudging you like, oh, forget about the diet, forget about this, forget about your goals for this year. Trust me, that's going to make you fall off a lot easier. It's going to be a lot harder to deal with that social pressure, and you want to spend your time around those people who are going to be right on board there with you, helping you make those choices that you want to make for this new year. And also, in terms of the other things that you're putting into your life, you want to carefully monitor those so that they're uplifting, they're positive, they're motivating you to get those results and get those goals that you have for yourself. And I think if you follow these 4 pillars, these 4 simple, straightforward base pillars, you're going to find this year is going to be a lot different than the previous years that maybe you've tried to change your health and really experience positive results. And I think if you can stick to these ones, whether it's to get healthier this new year or maybe to experience more personal growth for this new year, you're going to find when you follow these 4 pillars, your life's going to radically change. And I hope it does, and I hope this helps you along your journey.